Alright, YouTube, I am here with the first video in a good little while. It's me, Big Sexy. I've changed my Xbox name to GRT1 or Great One Unicorn. If you guys have kind of been following me, I'm here to talk about my comparison of Call of Duty Ghost to Battlefield 4 and how Infinity Ward has really let me down. Yeah, it's 11 o'clock at night and it's really cold here in Alabama. I know that doesn't go together, but I'm drinking coffee. Not coffee, but like mocha. So I do apologize. This first video, this Ghost segment, was recorded in 480p. I didn't check the settings on my capture card before I recorded. I just started recording. And let's start on the things I like about Ghost. I like how radically different the system is of getting things. You know how it's kind of like COD points? I like how different it is in that you have squad points and stuff. I mean, that's pretty smart. Now, I also like how there's like a million perks. And really, there's like 20 something, but I think that's smart because it prevents perks from being overpowered. You just put the more useful perks as more costly on the board. It's pretty smart. Now, I think that's about it as far as it goes of liking Ghost. That's about the only thing. Now let's move on to what I don't like, and we could sit here the entire gameplay and talk about it, but I'll just kind of hit the real high points here. Hit detection is god awful. I can put legitimately about, let's say you die in 3 hit markers. Sometimes I can turn the corner like I did on those two guys just now and destroy both of them and not have a problem doing it. And then sometimes I'll actually put 6 and 7 hit markers in someone and they turn and kill me in 1. It's just because the hit detection's awful. Infinity Ward should have stuck to some of their Modern Warfare 3 mechanics. You can tell they did have some of their Modern Warfare 3 mechanics in here, but this game is god awful. Hit detection, that's one thing, is awful. Now, the knifing makes no sense to me. The way they did it is just stupid. Just kidding. Actually, it's one of the coolest things in the game. I don't like the commando lunge crap. I've gotten commando lunge so hard. I know it's not like it's not huge. It's not like a perk in the game. It's so good. But it's happened. I kind of don't like it, but that's not one of my big complaints. Also, it doesn't feel like there's a big difference in guns. Unless it's like the honey badger here. There's like 1 or 2 guns that are stupid overpowered that everyone uses, and I don't feel like there's no room there to be like, I'm not gonna say, someone's not gonna say, oh, I'm not good with the honey badger. Like, everyone's good with the honey badger because it kills in like 3 hit markers, 2 or 3 hit markers. Another thing I don't like, but well, let me stay on that for a minute, is it eliminates individuality in weapons. There's no feel for weapons anymore. By the way, for us as gameplay, I thought, okay, rushing forward, trying to play the objective like you're supposed to be is useless. And the moment I start camping, I mean, pretty much as soon as I start camping, I start getting these really high kill streaks. I'm running support, so they're not high kill streaks, but they're useful. So I just start running kill streaks like this, running some support stuff, and yeah, you see the moment I try to move up, I get killed. This game promotes camping, like no other game out there. I don't even know what this was supposed to be. This is not a war machine. Like, that is not a war machine. I think it's just a sticky grenade launcher, which is really dumb. If you think about it, the grenades would just stick to the inside of the barrel. But basically what I do is I go back to one of our objectives that we've held, and we've held for a good while. Find a place to camp, and just camp it up, and get my kill streak. So, how do you do good in Call of Duty Ghost? Simple. Camp. This game promotes camping like no other game I've ever played. I thought Black Ops 2 was bad. Okay. And don't get me wrong, it's pretty terrible. But this is just the rear end of the donkey that is the Call of Duty series. I think they need to put it to a rest. Battlefield needs to take over now because they obviously know what they're doing. This is sad. How I can put so many hit markers into someone and they don't die. This is some of them. See how I mantled over that little window there a few seconds ago. That's pretty good. Some of the mantling systems, you know, getting around places is pretty cool. I had no idea what an oracle is, but apparently it takes 14 kills, and when I started camping I got 14 kills. But I still have no idea what the oracle freaking does. Apparently it just highlights people like in the next room or something. It's pretty stupid. I didn't think it was that good. But yeah, I mean, I'll play Ghost for Infected. I'll play it for fun. I have like a .86 KD. I guess I just don't know. I'm like a level 13 or 14. You know, maybe it's just that everybody else is really good and I'm not. And I don't know. You know, it's just disappointing how bad this game is. I really wanted to like it. I did try to get into it, but this game is just so bad. It's just so bad. Like, it's probably the worst game I've ever played in my life. I mean, Forza Motorsport 4 was pretty bad, but this just kind of tops it. And that's the only place I really knew what the oracle was when that dude like walked in front of me. So see, I start camping it up here, get a few more kills. No, I think this gameplay is coming to an end. I think we get killed. Yeah, in fact, I lose both games that I'm going to show you. But there's no weapon balance. The graphics aren't that realistic. Free fall, I thought the building, like, everything was going to shift. I thought every single little thing was going to shift, like it does in Battlefield 4. Maybe because I'm used to playing games that are good, like Battlefield 4. But every, like, 3.5 minutes, the entire building shakes. And that's all that happens. Like, that's so dumb. That's all that happens, is the building freaking shakes. I personally thought it was hilarious. It's a pathetic attempt at a versatile map. You know, you think about Battlefield 4 where you have entire skyscrapers collapsing, turning what was a multi-level battlefront into a one-level scattered cover kind of field, open field to a flag. And I'm referring to B on Seas of Shanghai. You know, you think about that to this, it just doesn't compare. The map levolution, let's say the changing of maps, or the constant map shift that was promised me in Free Fall didn't happen. And Call of Duty Ghost is just a letdown. It's a huge letdown. I don't know if it was the hype. I didn't believe the hype, and I'm still disappointed. So yeah, that's so good. So you like that guy? Put 3 hit markers into him. He put 2 into me. I watched the kill cam later on. Like, slowed the video down. Oh god, it was bad. Oh, I think this is kind of wrapping up. This is the only flag I captured. No, wait, this is when we lose. No, no. That flag gets captured, and then... Did we... I think I die right here. I'm not sure. People just camp, and, you know, if you just camp and get all your kill streaks, then you've kind of figured it out. I've seen people just camp spawns and get double KEM strikes, and, you know, whatever. That's all you. That's what I'm doing too. So it's just a disappointing game. That's all I can say is if you're buying Ghost, buy it for the campaign. Now I will admit that the Ghost campaign was probably one of the coolest things ever. I'm not gonna spoil it, but the ending kind of made me mad. Let's just say this, I was really hoping, well, I can't, oh, the ending shocked me, you know. It was really shocking. You would think the Odin strike would do its job, but
Enemy SATCOM spotted.
ugh.
Securing Bravo.
Man,
Securing Bravo.
I do like how the maps change when you call in a KEM strike, but that's the only time they change. It's pretty funny because that's like the only time they change. Disappointing, yes. The entire game, like every single mode. There's nowhere to hide on infected. There's, oh, the game's just trash. See right there, oh, me and the kill cam just camping it up, and I struggled to go positive. You know, it's bad. Now, I think that's the end of the. Is that the very end? Yeah, this is the end of the Ghost gameplay, and now we're moving into the Battlefield gameplay. So, let's talk about things I like about Battlefield. Gosh, the combat system is more advanced than Battlefield. The maps are bigger. There's more vehicles. The hit detection is better. The physics are more realistic. The weapon, there's at least 6 times more weapons in here than there is in Ghost. There's a kit system. If you've never played Battlefield, there's only 4 quote unquote classes. You'll see these here in a minute. There's assault, support, engineer, and recon. Assault's going to be your assault rifles, your up close and personal kind of thing, and they each have their own perks, you know. Like an assault kit, you can revive people and carry a medic kit, which makes their health heal faster. Your health heals much slower in this game. It's much more realistic than Call of Duty. Get shot in the face with a 50 cal, walk it off. You can carry that. And then engineer is your kind of a vehicle. You can take down and repair vehicles. In support, you can throw down ammo packs, and you have LMGs and stuff to choose from. And in recon, you're a sniper. You can spot stuff, and it's not just sniping, you know. It's such a big game that you can legitimately usually that look at all the freaking weapons on here. I mean, on the recon class, you're actually a very valuable asset, because you can say, hey, there's a tank headed your way. You may want to evacuate that objective until he goes away and thinks you're not there. And I'll have, you know, another squad take care of him. Or, you know, I'll switch to engineer and get him. You know, something like that. It's just something you can't do in Call of Duty, because Call of Duty is so fast paced. Now, I didn't even go on Conquest. I was playing Domination on Black Ops, so to make it fair, I went on Domination on Battlefield, which is, you know, kind of their version of, you know, Call of Duty's Domination, which is close quarter battles, and there's 3 flags. You capture and hold them to earn points. But the way this works is a little different. Is if you have 2 out of the 3 flags, you bleed the enemy's tickets. So they start out with, let's say, 500 tickets. if you hold 2 out of 3 flags, they're this is not on PC, by the way. This is Xbox 360, and this was recorded in 720p. So they'll start bleeding tickets. You know, every 2 or 3 seconds they'll lose a ticket, even though there wasn't a kill. The guns have much different feels. They have actual recoil. You're gonna have to learn how to use the guns. See, there's a medic pack. You'll see my health rebuilding. You see the glass falling. There's all kinds of stuff you can do in this game. Now I did camp a little here. Now the corner lane system in Black Ops 2 is nice, but you can't really use it. This is just like 100% integrated. Like, you don't really notice it until you're trying to gun someone down. It's pretty sick. Like, it's so much better than Ghost. Now you'll see what I did here was I got that guy. I got him down, but he managed to get a lot of hit markers on me. So what I would do is I'll go up here and then lean out, and here's this corner leaning, and it's so integrated I've just gotten used to it. Like, there's no, I think I die here. No, actually I go on a nice little kill streak here. I recognize there's a lot of enemies out there, so I kind of tuck behind cover, go back out and take some out. And right here I had one round left. It's pretty funny. I should have thrown down. Oh yeah, I did. I threw down a medipack. Now your pistol is actually not just a little pea shooter. It can be pretty deadly if you know how to use it. I have this thing really upgraded, and there's a flashlight on it and crap. I don't think I'll last much longer, but you know, the hit detection is so much better. Even though you do have to lead people. What I mean by lead is if you shoot directly at someone while they're running, it's not going to hit them. If you shoot a little in front of them, it's going to hit them because of the bullet speed. It counters in bullet, it factors in bullet speed, which is something you're not going to find in Call of Duty because it's running on a 6-year-old engine. It can't handle things like that. Now I wanted to revive this guy so bad, but I got it to him like a millisecond too late, and this guy just camping it up. But you know, call it like Battlefield. I don't rage at because there's no bullcrap death. If someone kills you, it's most likely because they legitimately got you. You know, there's no excuses. Now on Call of Duty, there's lag compensation, which there is none here. You know, everyone is connected to the same connection. Everyone sees the same thing as it's happening. So there's no real lag unless your internet connection is pretty bad. I had a friend of mine actually lagging on Battlefield 3 just because his internet was acting up really, really, really bad. Like, we went to Call of Duty and he was on a 1 bar, but if you have half decent internet, you're gonna do fine. Another thing on here is you see earlier there was a list of commands, and you see me scroll over to need ammo. There's not really any communication on Call of Duty unless you're in a clan or in a team and you're really wanting to, you know, try hard, which people frown upon. You know, apparently wanting to do good is frowned upon now. But what that is a list of commands or a list of things that your character can shout, and I needed ammo at the time, so I said, you know, oh, need ammo, and I don't think anyone ever responded, but I had a little icon on my name, or on my little person in the minimap that was flashing ammo box. So if I had seen that from someone else, I would have run over and put a medic box or an ammo box right down in front of them, and you can help your team out without having a mic. So this encourages communication. Call of Duty's not advanced enough to put a system like that in. Plus, there's no ammo boxes. Pretty much you can do anything in the environment. If I wanted to blow something up, I could. If I wanted to take an elevator up to the top floor of this building, I could. If I want to bring this building down to the ground, I could. Have we been in Conquest. there's just so much more that you can do in Battlefield. There's just, I don't see how people compare it. They're like, oh, Ghost is so much better than Battlefield. No, no, it's not. The graphics are better. It's more fluid. There's an update coming to make, I think, yeah, on Xbox 360 to make stuff look better, which I think the game looks perfect as is. Now there are some bugs to work out, like you'll see later on. Just small stuff, like I can't shoot. You used to could shoot through staircases, like, you know, obviously your bullets could whiz through a staircase and hit someone, but there seems to be a no pass boundary there. There's just tiny little kinks that DICE has to work out, but other than that, they've got their crap figured out. Infinity Ward and Call of Duty don't. They have no idea what they're doing, actually. And I did kind of drop shot this guy. I felt bad about it, you know. Call of Duty instincts. Just automatically drop shot the dude. I don't know what to say. You know, Battlefield is just going from Battlefield 3 to Battlefield 4. It feels very familiar, but at the same time, there's so many changes that it keep me coming back, you know. Like, I didn't get Battlefield 4 and say, oh, this is just like Battlefield 3. No, they're completely different. Now look at this. Can you change your class in the middle of the game on Call of Duty? No, I don't remember that being a feature. Yeah, no. Do you remember, is there this many attachments for a gun? No, there's not. No. Is there this many guns? No. It's just better. You see how I'm having to burst fire? That's because the recoil of the gun is, you have to learn it. I'm sure in the future I'll be able to hose someone down from that range. I'm just now getting used to it. All I did for a while there was snipe, and I'm in a pretty high division in the world for sniping. I'm in Division 1, I'm just really high ranked. And this I thought was so cool. Someone threw a grenade down there, and apparently there's like gasoline all across the pool, something like that, and it catches on fire. So, sorry, that was my knuckle. That was my jaw. But, just, oh my gosh, Battlefield 4 just looks so much better. There's even like different types of grenades. Like frag grenades. There's like an incendiary round, the V40 Mini, the M60 frag. There's something that's like a impact grenade, like as soon as it hits something it blows up. There's no sticky grenade. Those don't even freaking exist. Like, wouldn't it just get stuck on the person's hand? Like, common sense will tell you, something like that does not exist. And I had no idea this flag was here. I just walked in the room and it was like, flag capture. Like, oh, okay, whatever. And the flags capture really fast on domination on here. I don't know. There's just, I just can't. I could go on for like 4 hours on how bad Ghost is compared to Battlefield. You know, Battlefield just dominates Ghost, especially with this run at it. You know, Black Ops, it was what was it? There really wasn't a comparison with Black Ops 1. I don't feel like there wasn't. Oh, Battlefield is so much better. Like, no one really cared. But now with Black Ops 2 and Battlefield 3, Battlefield 3 was better. Call of Duty Ghost, Battlefield 4, Battlefield 4 is better. And I feel like in the future, Battlefield 5, and hopefully this is the end of the Call of Duty series, but you know, Call of Duty Ghouls, you know, Ghost and Ghouls, whatever. Yeah, I thought it was funny. Call of Duty Ghouls, or the next Call of Duty, will again be destroyed by Battlefield 5. See right here, this is that death barrier. Dice, if you're watching, fix that, please. I know you guys can do it. You haven't disappointed me. I've been with you guys for 3 games now. Overall, Dice has outdone themselves. Call of Duty just doesn't care. I feel like they don't care anymore. Plus, the games are so much longer on here. You can get so much more done in a freaking Battlefield game. Now, both games I lost, but, you know, I felt good about the loss. And I just got work done, you know. I'm throwing, the reason you can hold 3 grenades is it's because I'm running danger close. No, because like any average soldier is going to be able to hold 3 grenades. You can actually hold 3 of the V40 mini grenades, which I mean I think I've gotten like 1 kill off of them. They're not very lethal. They just put people behind corners while you run somewhere. That's all I use grenades for anyway, is to put someone behind a corner while I run. But I have gotten a kill off of it. So, personally, I'm gonna pick Battlefield 4 over Ghost any day. It's just better, you know. It's an overall. Why did I launch 3 grenades up there? I'll never know. But it's an overall better game. You got $60 and only $60 to drop on your last Battlefield or your last Xbox 360 game. Go ahead and feel free to use it on Battlefield 4. If you use it on Ghost, you're gonna be disappointed. Yeah, everyone's playing Ghost because they don't know what a good game is. Play Battlefield 4. It's a man's game. It's so much more fun. You feel so much more accomplished when you get things done. You know, you kill someone, or well, that's not bad. When you actually get a game done like this, you feel so much more accomplished. You really do. But yeah, that's I know I've talked for like a half hour. It's like a lecture. But this is just at the very end what it looks like when you do good on Battlefield, or not do good, but you know, you earn stuff. Anyway, thanks for watching and actually listening to the whole video if you did. Jesus Christ. Anyway, that's kind of all I want to talk about. So, Call of Duty Ghost sucks. Battlefield rules. Peace out.